All right. What?
You want to change sides?
May have to. Let me see. It's a little less glary.
Alright, you can...
Alright. We're cleaning up the chickens, and she's already gotten... 3 done. Right there. Be throwing some ice in there in a little bit.
Yep.
Once you get them
the first one wasn't,
change fresh water.
I'm out of practice. The first one wasn't a pretty thing to watch.
Was not pretty. Good thing I wasn't videoing it, huh?
You wouldn't have wanted to video it. I was out of practice.
Yeah, they're also not as easy to do as the fat boys.
Ones. Yeah, these here take a little bit more time.
Yeah. They're old and cantankerous, like us.
I cut around the neck first.
Yeah. I usually pull the crop through, but she always cuts the crop off from this end. It's not a big, there's not enough difference to get excited about.
My hands are not as strong as yours.
Yeah.
So, and my grip is not as good.
It's crop and the esophagus and that kind of good stuff there.
That's composting stuff.
That'll end up in the maggot bucket.
Yep.
And then eventually into the compost. All right. And her knife of choice has become a fish knife, fish filleting knife.
I like the long one.
So.
Best knife I think I've ever used for this kind of thing.
Yeah. So get the neck off.
Put it in the bucket over here.
From the cold water.
Dude, lay down.
We'll have them in the cold water in a little bit.
Yeah.
These guys are way skinnier than the fat boys were, but we end up killing. Most years we end up killing, you know, most of the older birds. The 2-year-olds get to stay. This year a lot of 2-year-olds aren't because we've not been happy with our 2-year-olds. So
yeah, we
got a lot of. Yeah, they did not lay anywhere near as well. The new ones that we got this year are doing very well, so they'll definitely get to stay. And we got a lot of them. Yeah, they're really interesting. This is our first year with the black sex links. We've had red sex links several times. We've had a couple of varieties of them, and we're pretty happy with them. But those black ones are really sharp-looking birds, and nice and big too. They may get to be a real normal part of our rotation. Usually, what we'll do is we'll buy like Rhode Island Reds one year and then red sex links the next, and that way you know who to kill at the end of the year.
I clean the feet rest of the way next after I get feathers off. That looks pretty good. You did good on that one. Alright. Most of them you do good on. Every once in a while I gotta get some feathers.
Yeah,
Alright, fixing to tackle
the gut. Now, this is the same as we did with the young birds, just an older bird, you know. You cut them open, you get the stuff out. We do like the meat birds. So much meat on them. You know, these guys, like I said, they'll end up in stews and soups and stuff like that.
This one here, I'm gonna break his legs down so I can reach him.
That's all right.
The other ones I didn't.
You got to do different things with each bird because they're different sizes and different.
See, the tip just cuts right through. This is the little sharpener. Came with it.
Yeah.
Works good too.
Did you get that from Amazon?
No, yeah, Amazon.
Yeah.
They got a 4-inch and a 6-inch. Well, we got both, but I like the 6-inch.
They work real well with the pigs too when we're doing the pig stuff.
All right, let's get this stuff out of
happy
here.
with them. And the yellow fat, there's a lot of yellow fat on them, and it's actually good. It's actually a very good flavored fat too, by the way. And just having a little problem with the liver. The livers on older birds typically are not as good.
Yeah,
and those are unhatched eggs, yeah.
I'll give those to the dogs.
Yeah.
I might have one more egg in here. Look at
Yeah,
that.
got another egg. We didn't choose them well this year.
Well, they had to go. They're owned.
All of them. We'll be killing all the older ones
Yeah.
over the course of the next number of months,
Okay.
so that we don't overwinter that many of the older birds.
I try not to cut the stinky part. So,
Just tries not to bust the gut in there.
Yeah.
We do it once in a while, but usually we're pretty successful at not. And ordinarily, if I wasn't videoing, I'd be taking out a bird and working on a bird.
yep, he'd be in the other sink.
I'd be in the other sink, and I'd be handing her the bird that I'd gutted, and she'd be cleaning it up.
Yep,
So, that's our normal pattern.
yep. Today, he fed the animals after he got through while I was doing this, and when we get through with this one, he'll probably grab one of the other ones and finish it up.
Yeah, once we've finished videoing a little bit,
Yep, almost got it.
and that bird
See
can
there?
be
There's
used
the
for.
tail.
There goes the tail, and all that goes into the maggot bucket.
Ta-da! Okay, gotta get the liver.
Yep, need a liver. Older birds' livers are not
They're
nearly
not
as
as pretty and red,
Yeah, they're not as good.
so
I think
I'm a
some
little
of
bit more
these-
picky.
I think some of these are actually, even though that had some eggs in them, I think some of these are the 4-year-olders. So.
Yeah, this one's pretty old.
She likes hearts.
I do.
I'm not so much on the heart. I do love the liver, though. We will
That's
be
our
having
breakfast.
We will be having our normal breakfast, scrambled eggs, and liver and hearts. That's our normal. That's our normal killing day tradition.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good liver.
Yeah,
Here's part right here. And,
not worth it.
no, it's kind of beaten up.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the feather.
I missed the feather or two. I know.
Not much.
No, that's the nice thing about
All right,
skinning
we'll
them.
wash it off the rest of the way and stick it in the bucket with the other stuff.
Yeah.
Cut a little bit more of this fat off.
And we have well water, so our water is a great deal cooler than
City water.
city water. So when we stick it into cold water, we don't even have to worry about putting the ice in there for a while, because our water is actually cold.
No,
So
after they sit for a little bit, so I clean them out right now, and then before I put them up, they get really cold. I'll wash them down again,
we'll stick some ice on them
and
for a little while.
yeah.
We're not real picky on that with these.
It takes a little longer. See, these done.
Yeah. It's still a nice meal for the 3 of us, and some
Alright.
leftovers for me to take to work. All right, there he goes in there.
Here
And as
he
you can
goes.
see, doesn't take that long. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this go, and I have no idea how I'm gonna splice these just yet.
No, we
Make
got
it.
2 more.
All right, I'm gonna let go, and I'm gonna start working on them. All right, bye. If you enjoy this sort of thing, I would ask you to subscribe, because I'm not really sure where this is going to get attached.